You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Todd Blanche hit with court blow after new move to bury Epstein Files, based on an article by David Edwards. The Justice Department's favorite redaction is accountability, the power behind the file cabinet. A federal judge kept Katie Phang's lawsuit alive after finding acting Attorney General Todd Blanche had violated the Epstein Files Transparency Act and refused to release records the law required. That is the real center of gravity here, not journalism, not outrage, but executive branch control over evidence. The Justice Department holds the files. The White House signed the law. The department decided to resist it. The excuse machine. Blanche's team did not defend the merits. It tried to dodge the court's authority altogether, then wrapped the refusal in a fog of legality and sensitivity. The claim that victim communications can appear disturbing without context is not a justification for burying names and shielding potential abusers. It is a familiar bureaucratic maneuver. Take the language of protection and use it to conceal the people with power. Who gets exposed? Who gets shielded? The reporting points to an inverted system of disclosure. According to the article, the department redacted names of potential associates and potential abusers while leaving victims vulnerable to scrutiny. That is not an accident of process. It is a choice about whose privacy matters and whose safety can be sacrificed. Sullivan's order to unredact emails and produce FBI interview notes from a woman who accused Trump of sexual assault as a minor makes the underlying stakes explicit. The department is not just managing records, it is managing risk for the powerful. Trump's shadow is the story. This is also not a generic transparency dispute. The article says the complaint alleges documents relating to Trump were retracted, and others were withheld despite confirmation they exist. Trump denied the allegation. Blanche told Fox News, "We have released everything." The court record says otherwise. When an administration withholds material tied to the president and then claims total transparency, the issue is not confusion. It is a deliberate political defense of the man at the top. The public relations cover. The Justice Department spokesperson's complaint about misleading headlines is exactly the kind of dead-end messaging that shields institutions from consequences while pretending to defend them. The point is not whether the headlines are tidy enough for the department's comfort. The point is that a federal judge found the department had already admitted the core problem by refusing to contest the substance and instead attacking the court's power to hear the case. Secrecy as governance? This is the governing logic of impunity. Hide the documents, elevate procedural objections, invoke privacy for the vulnerable, and leave the powerful in the dark only when it suits them. The Epstein Files fight is not merely about old records. It is about whether the state serves as a records warehouse for elites or a mechanism for exposing them. On this evidence, Blanche's DOJ chose the former. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Marcus. Thanks for listening.